Call to order the regular meeting of the Del City City Council for November the 3rd, 2025. Would you call the roll, please?
Councilman Tatum?
Here.
Councilwoman Brown?
Here.
Councilwoman Finch?
Here.
Councilman Dean?
Here.
Mayor Eason?
Mayor is here. Would you rise, please, for the invocation? Councilman Dean?
Yes, will you join me in prayer? Father God, Lord, thank you, Lord, for this wonderful day. Thank you, Lord, for another day in the United States that you've given us graciously. Lord, we pray for your well-being and your keeping of our military, to keep them safe from harm, as well as our first responders, the fire, the police, and also our ambulance services, that you keep them safe, Lord. Lord, tonight we pray that you be with us in this meeting, that you help us to listen to each other, and that you also pray that you'll help us to do what's best in the city. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I ask Mr. Walter Jacks if he'd lead us in the pledge. Would you mind? To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. All right. If there is anyone in the public that would like to address the council on a non-agenda item, please come to the podium, state your name and address. Anybody like to speak to the council? Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm Larry Harding, lived in Del City many years. All my family still lives here. Been many, many years wondering where they've gone to sometimes. Majority of this time, the thing that we wanted to visit with you about just a little bit is related to where we attended worship services through the years.
Sir, before you begin, could you give your address to the city clerk, please?
Yes, 4013 Southeast 10th Street. You're welcome. A majority of this time, 60 plus years, my family and I have been members and associated with the Carter Park Church of Christ. Within the past year or so, the decision was made to sell the building. We did pursue this. The selling of the building was completed a week ago today. The buyers of the building was Marcus McMahon, his wife, and his congregation. This is Marcus here.
Hi, Marcus.
And he will have a few words to say probably in a moment. So we've gotten acquainted with Marcus and some of his congregation during this discussion and transaction related to the sale of the building. Marcus has been is along with us tonight, along with possibly other ones that have been associated with this discussion about the selling of the building. Marcus's plans are to use the building as a church building like we've done over the years when it was the Carter Park congregation. After the closing of the building, we were taking care of shutting off the utilities and turning them on. And during that process, we were made aware of the fact that rather than just like a normal OG&E or ONG account or building, that with the city, it had to be some inspections involved with it. We were made aware of this during the past week after the closing of the building, sale and everything. And I wasn't aware of this. I've been directly involved in the sale of the building and wasn't aware of the requirements related to this. Had I and the others involved in this transaction known about this, we would have addressed it and discussed it before we ever made the final transaction. I think it would have been much better. But at this point, we hope that we're not opposed to the inspections or any of that, not here to argue or anything, that part of it at all. We just hope that the inspections can, and the upgrades that's needed can be done in a timely manner so that Marcus and his congregation can begin using the building right away or as soon as possible, maybe the next 2 or 3 weeks or whatever it might take to get the inspections done. So I know they're wanting to do that as soon as possible. As far as myself, if there's anything that I could do or share with you during this, I'll sure try to do it. We just want the best for everyone involved, the city for sure included, as well as Marcus and his congregation, as well as myself. I do hope for a good outcome with this. So I believe that I can say for all of us, I can speak for Dale City in extending a welcome to Marcus and his congregation, being a part of Dale City. I've gotten to know Marcus pretty well and visited with him and some of the others, and have really, I think, could say, become good friends with them. So I hope that that I can speak for us and say that it's good to have them as a part of Dale City in our community. So we hope the best for Marcus and all of us and for the city with these change in the ownership of the church. I might say thanks to you for letting us share our thoughts with you this evening. And also would say thanks to Mayor Eason and City Manager Houck, all of you as council members in taking care of the business for the city. It's appreciated. Sometimes it's not said, but we do appreciate it, and we do hope the best for Marcus and all the ones involved in this. So thank you very much.
Mr. Harding, how long has your church been, when was your church established in Carter Park?
It was in the 50s.
In the 50s?
My family and I started there in the 60s.
Well, definitely want to thank you for being such an establishment for the last 70 years there. So,
Absolutely.
yeah, thank you.
A lot.
Yeah.
We appreciate that, really do. If any of you had any questions or anything that you'd want to ask me at this time, you're welcome to. Feel free to call me anytime or contact me if there's anything I can do to help with the transaction and the transfer of the congregation to Marcus and his congregation.
All right.
Thanks again. Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Marcus, welcome to Dale City.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been here in Oklahoma for 15 plus years. Well, I'm sorry, 20 plus years. If you can see, I'm in the military. I'm retired. I'm currently teaching. But I look forward to being in Dale City because of the people of Dale City. I was on Tinker, went to Edmond, but my address would be 3230 Southeast 16th Street. That's where the church lies. And I'm not here asking for anyone to do anything that's not decent or in order. What I'm asking is because, like he said, they had service on a Sunday. We finalized the deal on a Monday. And for us to be able to go in and just check pipes, we don't have the water sources to do so. We do want to get the church up to code, and I am so grateful to Mr. Larry and his family, his entire family, They've been nothing but gracious to us. You know, he didn't have to come here today to speak on our behalf, but out of goodness of his heart, he did. What we're asking, I just submitted paperwork for the occupancy today. We're going to do everything decent and ordered. All we're asking is if we could just get it temporarily cut on so we could check pipes
Construction water.
and do such things such as that. That's all we're asking. And I appreciate every last one of y'all for your service to Dale City.
We have a policy, it's called construction water. Costs $10 a week.
Okay.
And you can turn that on while you're checking things and make it, now, someone has to be there when they turn it on.
Okay,
That's about
somebody
the only
from the
thing.
city? Or-
No, somebody from your side, to make sure there's
Oh,
nothing,
sorry, Kyle, is,
you got it?
Oh, okay.
This guy will fix you up.
I appreciate y'all, and like I said again, God bless you all, and thank you for your service to Dale City. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to address the council on a non-agenda item? Yes, sir.
My name's Ralph Emerson. I live at 3636 Southeast 15th. I had a water bill shock. I got this at the water company when I paid my bill. They told me that we did not have a rate increase yet. They also told me we would have a rate increase come January. These are questions you can answer or not. As to my problem, I have 12 water bills here. I've paid every water bill I get on due date. I pay 3 months in advance. Had I been gone through October to December this year, I'd have got a $25 penalty because of culture shock of a 30.2% increase on my water bill, and I have a minimum consumption of 1. Some months I have 0. How do you get an increase of the cost of that water bill from my minimum bill of $43.27 to $56.53? I did this on the calculator. I know it's a 30.2% increase. And your deal says you're not going to charge me for nothing but what I use. Well, I'm sorry, I haven't used any. My consumption for September was the same amount, 1. My consumption for October is 1. That's my bill, not my service date.
Gotcha.
You want to see my service dates all calculated right here. I'm not here half the time. I don't know how the non-usage can go up to that amount. It did not calculate with the calculations I make.
Sir, I don't know how to answer that. That's going to have to take somebody that's in that department that can look at your bill and explain it to you. You deserve an explanation.
They
not-
reserved me to y'all. That's the answer I got.
Excuse me, one at a time, please.
If I could get your phone number, Mr. Emerson, I'll be happy to make sure that somebody gives you a call tomorrow to talk about your bill. They'll
So,
have to look you up specifically.
sir,
My wife's phone number.
I think it's just important for us to explain what's going on. You're looking at this as
I know
this-
what
as
you're
this-
saying.
No, so listen to what I'm going to say because it's very important. What you're looking at is the city has gotten behind and is trying to catch up. So what they've done is they've added an extra 10 days to your part, or 12 days, an
12
extra 12 days. 12 days, sir, if you're not going to listen, I'm going to stop. But listen carefully, and especially the other lady who has a problem, which is what you're seeing is that we need to get an extra month's worth of bill because we are a month, actually several months behind. And the only way to do that is that the whole month bill, which is 1/3 of the bill, 12 days is approximately 1/3 of the month. That's why Every month, your bill goes up 1/3 of the amount. Now, mine actually went up dramatically too, because guess what's happened is this is over summer. So you don't have the water. I have a huge amount of water that I get to pay for too, to go and do that. But what they're doing is that they're trying to do the actual whole bill, not just the water bill, not just, it's the water, the trash, this, including your service fees. Everything has to be split up into a third. They didn't want to charge you a whole month, or else that would be double. So they did an extra 12 days for the next 3 months or more.
So Michael, you gave the best explanation last meeting when you said they were on a 4-week pattern. In other words, 4 7-day weeks was how they were billing, how they've been billing for many years. Well, that's 28 days a month. Some months have more than 28 days. You'll have 30 or 31.
30 or 31.
So you're getting a little bit behind every month, a day or two. Well, that accumulates over time, and over 2 years, 3 years' time, you're many days behind. Look at the service dates on your bill, and the service dates are what is messing with your bill, because they're catching up from all those missed dates when they were doing it on a 28-day cycle. Now they're going to bill, Brittany, you're going to bill twice a month, is that correct? So we're no longer going to do the 28-day service. It's going to go half a month and half a month, so we don't get behind like this again. If you look at the service dates, they're 2 months behind. They're charging you for water.
I've looked at the service dates.
Yeah. We're talking about the billing cycle.
If I don't pay my bill 2 months behind, I'm still getting this rate increase.
So we need you to come up whenever it's your turn. Not yet. It's still his turn.
Yeah.
But again, just to answer your question, this is not about a rate increase. No rate increase has happened. This is so don't yell out, because you're not allowed to speak yet. It's his turn. But it's what it is it's 1/3 of that bill, and that's what you're seeing now.
I'll bet you that your math will not match my math. I took the water bill divided by 30 days or 31 days. Neither one of those figures did I add. You divide it by 30 or 31. You take that.
But remember, as the mayor said, it's not 30 or 31, it's 28.
Well, I don't think mine's going to work out at 28.
Possibly. So anyway, this is what's happened
I
is
can do
that
that.
it's gotten behind. That's
Well,
a fact.
you're really getting 11 months behind at 28 days right off the bat. I mean, that's my opinion, okay? Another question I have, between the September bill and my October bill. Now, I'm giving you my billing dates. If you want the service dates, I got them.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what it's going to all relate to, is the service dates.
Service date, September, June 17th to July 17th, okay? Now, let's go to October bill.
Okay.
October bill, July 21st to September 2nd. Guess what? There's 3 days missing right there. When you going to collect that from us? Next year when we can't look back? Most people don't keep these records like I do. So you're 3 days off right there. It's on my bill. Tell me I'm wrong.
So
You can't.
this October bill is where they're catching up. That's the extra 12 days that they're talking
So
about.
you gave us 3 days?
No,
Come on.
oh, you're saying from the 17th to the
You don't give us
21st.
nothing. You're taking right now.
That's a
I'm going to call to order, please, because as we tried to get these comments to be a lot easier, we did put here the comment guidelines. And I know that it is very frustrating when we cannot speak back to you, but there is a moment here that we can. So at this point, this is a time for you to ask those questions and say that, but we have got to remember that we cannot respond back until it is our time. attorney, if you want to back me up, thank you.
Okay.
No, I agree. I was actually just getting ready to interject that we're getting off track here, but this is
Okay.
public comments, not discussion.
Hang on just a second. Hang on just a second. Here's what we're doing. There seem to be several people here about water bills. I asked the city manager to ask one of the staff to take anybody that wants to talk about water bills, take you out in the hallway or in an adjacent room and get into detail with each person.
That's
We
good.
don't want to tie up the whole meeting on the water bills.
Okay, that's
But-
fine with
but
me.
Have you found somebody that can,
Yes, sir.
who's going to do it? Okay. So anybody that would like to talk about their water bills can follow Brittany. She's going to the utility office right there, and she'll answer you one-on-one. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
When you get finished, come back and give me a thumbs up, will you?
I'll try. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to talk about their water bill? If you'd like to talk about it, she's going to be right. I do live in Dale City.
Point of order, point of order.
So you need to come up, ma'am, and say
Yeah.
you have to do this properly.
Again, I will repeat, if anybody would like to talk to their water bill, about their water bill, Brittany is going to be back in the utility office, and she'll go with you one-on-one.
I'll show them where it's at.
Help them out, help them out. Thank you. Is there anybody else that would like to address the council on a non-agenda item?
Does anybody else want to talk about the water bill? Yeah. So this back one right here, I'll show you where you're at.
Michael Streetman, 3924 East Reno. A few months ago, I believe we had ordered some garbage trucks. And I guess they keep getting pushed back.
We were supposed to have them by the end of the quarter, or this end of the year, which is this time frame, and then it got pushed to the new
Yeah,
January, February time frame.
yeah. Okay.
So they're still on order, they're still coming, but they're not here yet.
United Engines.
That's a production.
We are very excited that we did get the used one that we bought up from the north. That came in, has already been branded, not on the streets. So we are very appreciative that we have that one, but the two new ones have not yet arrived.
All right, and they were through United Engines?
I don't recall what the engines are.
No, we purchased them from United Engines, I believe.
Yes.
I just didn't know if we had a contact or someone we could maybe help expedite that, because I know we're really needing them.
Legal has already made contact with that company.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Anybody else like to speak on a non-agenda item?
Ron McCall, 3403 South Wolford. I'm here to ring some bells and toot some horns. I know most of you are aware of the activity center at the community center, but there's a lot of people that don't. And we got a lot of good things going on over there. Tai Chi, twice a week. Dancing with chairs, exercise with chairs, twice a week. Quilting with Diane, happens on Thursday from 9 to 12, 9:30 to 12:30, excuse me. Kiwanis Club meets twice a week, or I'm sorry, twice a month. I'll get it right yet. I can't even read. Forgive me. Some other activities coming up. OSU Extension is coming in to do a nutritional workshop. They're also doing another extension workshop. I don't know what that one's about. Archwell is having a swoop card game. They're also having a funny money auction. And understand that is all ball. And Bingo with Mary. It's coming up. They put out a calendar over there at the community center. It's online, you can get it. Deals with a lot of different activities they've got going on clear into next year. Anybody that has any questions, get online, check it out. Go over there, talk to CJ. They're doing a fantastic job over there. They are going to need some help financially because there's a lot of stuff that they need to take a look at purchasing that we've indicated we'd like to see them get. And when I say we, there's a group of us citizens who've been participating in some of their discussion groups. So everybody needs to get on the bandwagon and help make that a real goal. I know we waited for it for a long time. We were promised it forever, but we got it. So let's enjoy it. No water bill.
Thank you, Ron. Is there anybody else that'd like to speak to the council on a non-agenda item? Yes, ma'am. Hi.
Hi, my name is Trish Wright. I'm the owner of Right Way Canine. It's at 311 South Sunny Lane Road. I do not live in Midwest City, but I am a business owner. I have a question about the water bill, but it's not specifically about my payment and it getting higher. So I've been in business for 8 years, and we've always been billed from like the 26th to the 26th. So whatever that is, 28 days, 30 days, whatever. How did we get behind? In all 8 years, we've never been behind, so I don't know how we're behind.
You're talking about the billing cycles, and
Yeah, we've always done like the
Yeah.
26th to the 26th. So that can be either 31 days or 28 days. And so how did we get behind if we do it from the 26th to the 26th? That's my question.
You want to take that, JD?
Again, council, I'd point out that this is council input or public input, but not discussion.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not
Sorry
upset.
about that.
I'm not upset at all. I just was curious how, really, truly, how we got behind, but all the other 8 years we didn't get behind. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what I don't understand.
If you look at this, well, I'm sorry.
And so the best person to talk to is that lady who just went back there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's, even though it's not a billing question, it is a question. That's the question
Yeah,
that
but
you
it's not-
have and that so
yeah.
many people do
Yeah.
have.
It-
But she is the one, she will be able to help you out.
She can explain that to you.
Okay, I'll ask her then. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? Is there anybody else that would like to speak to the council on a non-agenda item? Yes, ma'am.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
Hello.
Good.
My name is Taquia Wright, and I'm the founder of Exposure Foundation, and I am here on the behalf of the children in the community. With Exposure, we teach the children their 3 M's, which is their manners, morals, and how to use their minds. Right now, our babies are suffering, and it's showing in all aspects. So we are here asking for support in a building. We meet Tuesdays and Fridays at the Midwest City Library from 4:30 to 6:30. We help with homework, and we even feed the children to at least take some stress off of the parents during the week, because even the parents are overwhelmed, and the children are feeling it more than ever. So we're asking if you guys can support us with space or also a van for transportation, because most of our children in our organization, which we have 13 right now, they are literally not able to come unless we put them in my Kia, and it's been very, very difficult. But to give them some type of support, love, to let them know that they matter so that they can keep going, because they are our generation that is up to come next, our politicians, doctors, lawyers. So just asking for support in any type of way. And we also are a 501c3 organization as well.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you spell exposure?
Yes, ma'am. It's EXPLOSURE.
I have their information. If you'd like me to forward it to you, I'll be happy to.
Yes.
Do you have a contact number, Mayor?
Yes, I have my card as well.
Yeah, if I could get that, please, I think.
I've got that.
Yes,
Okay.
definitely.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you guys for your time.
Thank you. Okay. Is there anybody else that would like to speak to the council on non-agenda items? And I think we're approaching.
You're at 30 minutes, Your Honor.
We are approaching 30 minutes. All right. Let's move on. Councilman Tatum.
Nothing at this time.
Councilman Brown.
Yes, I wanted to bring up that I was at the ACOG meeting just this past Thursday last week, and there are new grants that are available that I'd like to bring to city manager's attention. The hometown grants through T-Mobile, they will be done accepting applications by December the 31st. That can go to parks, libraries, trails, community gardens. Also, there is a built environment grants through the TSET that I'm hoping would go to the splash pad that I've been so anxiously asking for. And as well as TSET has another program for Healthy Initiative grants that will also help with venues, bicycle racks, and other things like that. So I will be sending all of that to you, and I think that that would be something that we can jump on now that we have finally done the other grants that were submitted. Thank you.
Councilman Finch.
Nothing at this time.
Councilman Dean.
Yes. So AT&T was putting in the fiber this past year, and it appears that they're done, except for actually hooking it all the way up. There's still currently some construction material that's on the west side of Sunny Lane next to Sonic. And I just think that, if we could ask the code as they're driving through to try to take note of where any of the stuff is, and let's see if we can get our AT&T contact to get the rest of this cleaned up. Thank you.
All right. I've got a little something that I've been working on. It looks to me like we have several items in the city that we need to address, and we need to address it well. Right now, each council person is concerned about their ward, and they're being hit with a barrage of questions about several different things all at once. So my idea is to specialize and regroup and everybody take a piece of the puzzle and see if we can't get some work done on some of this, some successful work. Councilman Dean has offered to take over the code enforcement portion. And when I mean take over, we're elected to this office to look after the interests of the citizens of the city of Dale City. That's our purpose here, is to work for the citizens of Dale City. We are working on using accountability to bring into the code enforcement area. We're going to look at other cities, how other communities do it. Councilman Dean is going to take over the leadership on a 3-man panel, and we're going to look at our procedures, look at our policies, see if what we're doing is right and what's best for the citizens of Dale City. We seem to have a little bit of discrepancy in what's exactly correct and what's not. And this is like a study group. He's going to have 2 people helping him, and he's going to go out and investigate some of the code cases. He's going to look at some of the code situations, see if our policies line up with what needs to be done, see if our procedures are being followed. Mostly just check and cause accountability in the code department. Maybe they're not working forceful enough. Maybe they're not strict enough. Maybe they're not soft enough. That's what he's going to go out and determine. That's what he's going to find. He's going to try and find a way, or find the center line where code enforcement needs to be. Not too aggressive, but not too soft. That's what we're looking for. That's what we're going to work on. And Councilman Dean has agreed to head up that 3-man panel. Councilman Finch is going to work on the entrances to our cities and parks. And specifically, we're going to be looking at what we can do, the best bang for the buck. You guys know that she owns a flower shop, and she knows more about plants and things and what will survive and what won't survive. And she's going to be looking to make the entrances better, make them more attractive to people coming into the city and making our city a little more presentable. She's going to be dealing with entrances, exits, and parks, and perhaps maybe some signs on the interstate. That's what Councilman Finch is going to be taking care of. Councilman Tatum down here is going to be looking into our application process for permits. Any permit issued by the city of Del City, we want to look at the application forms, see if they are as streamlined as they can be, make them as user-friendly as can be. We want to see how we fall in with the paperwork with the other communities around us. No point in reinventing the wheel. We're going to look at everybody else's applications and see how they're doing it. We're going to see if the policies are being followed. Why do we have a logjam from time to time? Scott is going to work on that, and I asked Walter Jacks if he would participate, and he graciously said yes, he would. This is a non-paying position. He is donating his time. And I think these two guys will do an excellent job researching the application forms and the permit processes used by other communities, and maybe we can cherry pick the best features of each process and get our forms and our procedures down to where we can offer quicker service, more accurate service. And so this is all in an attempt to improve service. Now, I'm not forgetting Councilman Brown. She's going to be coming up later. We have an agenda item that will pertain to what she's willing to tackle, and we'll talk about that when we get to that agenda item. So, in 30 days or in 4 weeks, we're going to have items on the agenda, and there will be items with public discussion involved, and then there will be an item B that will be results from the discussion. And this is going to help us formulate a plan to get our code enforcement, our beautification, and our permitting, get all that streamlined, modernized, and make it work better for the community. Let's see. If that concludes the council portion, I would entertain a motion to recess to Economic Development Authority.
Make a motion that we recess to the Del City Economic Development Authority.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. We are now recessed to the Economic Development Authority. I'll hand the gavel over to the chair.
This is the Del City Economic Development Authority. Will you please?
Trustee Tatum,
Here?
Trustee Brown,
Here.
Trustee Eason,
Here.
Trustee Dean,
Here.
Chairwoman Finch.
Here. At this time, is there any public input for the Del City Economic Development? Seeing none, is there any trustee input at this time? Item 4, Manager's Report.
Josh, usually you jump in on the input, so I'm maybe taking some of your thunder on some of these things. So, yeah, feel free to jump in whenever I'm talking. So a couple of things for the EDA. The Chamber of Commerce on the 23rd did Arvest Coffee Connection, so thank you to everyone that was able to attend that. That was good. Same thing on the 30th. They did their Business Bite at Chicken Salad Chick, and I think Kyle is out there with Kelly. But Chicken Salad Chick has been going very, very well. It is awesome to see all of the people working there. And Kelly, are you still in heaven with that one? Absolutely? Awesome. So I'm still waiting for her to bring me back the cookies, but I haven't gotten there yet.
You can't have it.
The two other things we have upcoming for the chamber, we do have the county coffee that's coming up tomorrow at 11:30 at White Buffalo there in the TIF district, and that is going to be a chance to meet with Sheriff Tommy Johnson.
Right.
So anyone that wants to come there and support the chamber, get to meet Sheriff Johnson and interact. That starts at 11:30 at White Buffalo Coffee at 5501 Main Street. Making sure I have the right. And then on the 6th, which is coming up this Thursday, is the Chamber's normal coffee connection with Electrical Solutions off of 29th Street, and that begins at 8 a.m. So we hope everyone can attend.
Thank you, JD. Item 5, minutes. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve minutes at the regular meeting of DCEDA of October 6th.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
Second?
Any discussion? Take a vote. Trustee Brown? Trustee Tatum? Trustee Eason?
Aye.
Trustee Dean?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes. Item 6, presentation, Dining in Del City recipient, November 2025. Presentation from Joshua Schultz, Executive Director of the Del City Chamber of Commerce on the Dining in Del City recipient for November 2025. Pho House, located at 4605 Southeast 29th, Del City, Oklahoma. Hey, Josh.
How are you, Councilwoman?
Good.
Vice Mayor? It tells me here not to be rude, so I guess I'll just keep it short. No. So we're really excited to have Pho House as our Dining in Del City for the month of November. Great food, fantastic people. We're really excited to be honoring them. If you take a moment and look at the screen here, we'll play a quick video, and then I will bring up the owner, and we'll break and have some food. They're located at 4605 Southeast 29th Street. If you remember where Taste of Soul used to be, they're in that same location. Like I said, they have great soups. They have great sandwiches called banh mi, which is some of my favorite. Been there a few times. I actually bought one today. And so I'd like to welcome Nguyen Pham, who is the owner here, and welcome you to Del City. They're going to give you a plaque.
Thank you so much.
Go ahead.
Yes, here in a second, I don't want to, I guess I'm not supposed to say that, but I will recess here for a little bit, and there's some food here for you all to enjoy and make a taste.
That's Pam that recesses.
Madam Chairwoman, sorry.
I do want to say I've ate there several times. I've been very happy with the selections. It's easy in, easy out. You can order at the kiosk, you can order ahead, or you can walk up to the counter, and they're pretty quick and easy.
Oh, yeah. It's delicious. Happy to have them here in Del City, and look forward to our business bite here on the 20th of November, and enjoy some Pho House.
All right, at this time, we are going to take a 10-minute recess.
Kelly.
Hello, I hope everybody had some wonderful dinner. Moving on, item 7, purchase of real property, 507 South Townsend Place. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve with modifications, or deny entering into a purchase agreement with Business Telephone Systems, Inc. for the real property located at 507 South Townsend Place for an amount not to exceed $100,000. Authorize trust chair to endorse same, direct staff accordingly.
I make a motion we approve as written and direct staff accordingly.
Second.
Any discussion?
Oh, authorize trust chair. I'm sorry, I left that off. And authorize trust chair.
I'll modify my second to add that.
Okay. Take a vote. Trustee Eason?
Aye.
Trustee Tatum?
Aye.
Trustee Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Dean?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes. Any other trust input? Seeing none, I need a motion to adjourn. Let's adjourn to DCMSA.
Make a motion that we adjourn to the Dale City Municipal Services Authority.
Second.
Take a vote. Trustee Dean?
Aye.
Trustee Tatum?
Aye.
Trustee Brown?
Aye.
Trustee Eason?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We are now at DCMSA.
All right. Call to order the Dale City Municipal Services Authority. Would you call the roll, please?
Trustee Dean?
Here.
Trustee Fitch?
Here.
Trustee Brown?
Here.
Trustee Tatum?
Here.
Chairman Eason?
Chairman is here. Move on to item number 3, public and trustee input. Is there anybody in the public that would like to address the Dale City Municipal Services Authority on a non-agenda item? Any trustees? Seeing none, managers report.
Only one item. Last week on the 24th was ComCD's annual fish fry. I'm afraid I could not make it. Trustee Dean, how did it go?
Oh, it was very good, very good. All the different people was able to go and intermingle and learn and make sure everybody knew what each other's businesses were all about.
Awesome. That's all I have, sir.
All right. Move on to item number 5, consent docket. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve the following items by unanimous consent with one motion. Item A is minutes to the regular meeting of DCMSA of October 6, 2025. Item B is a budget amendment for fiscal year 2025-2026 as shown in Exhibit A to the DCMSA agenda. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion to approve as written.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Take the vote. Trustee Finch.
Aye.
Trustee Tatum.
Aye.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Dean.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. The motion carries. Move on to item number 6, purchase, removal, and replacement of a Venturi valve. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve with modifications, or deny the purchase of a new Venturi valve in an amount not to exceed $20,350 to the lowest, most responsible bidder, Urban Contractors, LLC. Authorize trust manager or trust chair to endorse same. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as written. Authorize trust manager or trust chair to endorse same.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take. What? What is that? What kind of valve is that? Brittany, you want to answer that?
It's a 16. We all ask that question.
Okay. Moving on. We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Take the vote. Trustee Finch.
Aye.
Trustee Dean.
Aye.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tatum.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. The motion carries. Any further trust input?
Make a motion we adjourn to the Dale City Council meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Take the vote. Trustee Dean.
Aye.
Trustee Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tatum.
Aye.
Trustee Finch.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. We are now adjourned from DCMSA, and we resume the meeting at City Council meeting. We will resume the council meeting at item number 5.
Okay, a couple of items for us. Mr. McCall, we had a great Dan Wash Shop with a Cop fundraiser on the 23rd of October. Can you give us a running total of how much y'all made? Drum roll, I don't know.
I don't have the exact figure, I'm sorry, Ron McCall, 3403 South River. I don't have the exact total, but it was over 2,400.
That is fantastic.
Close to 800 of that was from the sale of food items. They're at McDonald's.
Awesome.
Food items
Uh-huh.
were purchased during that time period. And so it was over, I guess, close to $1,900. Coupon sales. Thank you. And by the way, those coupons are still available. They're good until January of 2027.
Wow.
And they're good at about 10 different locations throughout the metro. So they make great stocking stuffers.
Still selling them. He's a pretty good salesman, isn't he? Very good. Well, thank you. I just wanted to tell you thank you so much for supporting Shop with a Cop and taking care of that. That is a fantastic endeavor.
Thank you, but I need to pat the back of all the other neighborhood watches that helped out because it was a community effort.
Fantastic. In addition to that, on the 28th, we had the DelQuest Mentor Meet and Greet. So it was awesome to see the DelQuest kids as they're getting prepared for their event coming up in November and then getting to have some of the mentors come in and meet them. So Josh, thank you so much for hosting that with Mr. Neeson. So that's a great start there. Reminders that we do have the town hall starting tomorrow at 5 o'clock at the community center, and at 6 o'clock will be a chili cook-off between the police and fire departments. All proceeds raised are going to go to be helping needy families to have a very Merry Christmas this year between our police and fire departments, so we're very excited for that, and we're very excited to try some chili. I believe fire is the one that won last year, so let's see what happens this year.
Mr. Manager, can you go over that one more time? So what date is the fall town hall?
Tomorrow the 4th.
Tomorrow.
Starts at 5 o'clock for the town hall and then at 6 o'clock for the chili cook-off.
And where at?
At the community center.
And what can you find out while you're there?
You can ask questions of the city council. We're going to have folks available to be able to do a Q&A for questions that you may have, similar to the ones that you had here. So if you have questions that you'd like answered, please come in, have a conversation with us. We're happy to have a conversation and a good bowl of chili.
Thank you.
In addition, coming up on the 11th of November at 11 o'clock in the morning is our Veterans Day celebration at the community center. So for those of you that can join us, we'll be excited to have you. In addition, the VFW American Legion will also be hosting their Veterans Day ceremony on the 11th at 11, on the November the 11th, but this will be at 2 p.m. So we'll have an 11 a.m. at the community center and then a 2 p.m. at the VFW American Legion here in Del City. And last but not least, for the city council members, please be advised you'll be getting some information on the GEO bond we've been talking about back and forth. We have officially been communicating with our financial advisor and with potential bond counsel to come up with the plans that we need to be able to start moving forward on that. That information will be coming to you through email in the coming days, and then it will be brought up on the Horseshoe in 2 weeks. So please be on the lookout for that in the coming days. And aside from that, moving on to our department reports. City Clerk, anything?
Just a report on the Vicky Bridge.
Yes.
The Public Works Department, specifically the Streets Department Supervisor there, has been working with ODOT. They have a 60-day project where they're going to repair a total of 5 bridges. The bridge on Vicky will be number 3 in that process. So they are expected to begin working on that bridge within the next few weeks. So the Street Department is already rehabbing the road, the ditch, and the overhead trees and such for preparation of that traffic. So we're looking forward to that bridge being open again.
That'll
Good
be
job
awesome.
to the Streets
Fantastic.
Department.
So thank you all so much for working on that.
Did you hear that, Walter?
City Attorney.
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Director Gandy? Director Parrott? Okay, that's everything, sir.
All right, moving on. Item number 6. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve the following items by unanimous consent with one motion. Item A is minutes of the regular meeting of the council of October 20, 2025. Item B is budget amendment for fiscal year 2025-2026 as shown in Exhibit A of the council agenda. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve as written, items A and B.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Move on to item number 7, annual fire equipment agreement with Oklahoma County. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve with modifications, or deny the annual fire equipment agreement between Oklahoma County Board of Commissioners and the City of Dale City for fiscal year 26. Authorize mayor to endorse same. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion that we approve the annual fire equipment agreement between Oklahoma County Board of Commissioners and the City of Dale City for fiscal year 26. Authorize the mayor to endorse same.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Move on to item number 8, selection of ODOT Bridge Inspector. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve or deny resolution number 11-03-2025A of the City Council selecting the engineering firm of Walter P. Moore to serve as the bridge inspector for the City of Dale City from the Oklahoma Department of Transportation's list of pre-qualified engineering firms. Authorize mayor and council to endorse same. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 11-03-2025A as written. Authorize mayor and council to endorse same.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Does this bridge engineer have anything to do with the Vicky Bridge as well of getting ODOT and different people to help out?
So he's been our bridge inspector for this year, so he is familiar with what we have. I don't know that he's the particular one working on this project management-wise, but we are good to have him.
Yep.
Okay, any further discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Item number 9, resignation, Dale City Urban Renewal Authority. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve or deny resignation of mayor's nomination of Francisco Arredondo for the Dale City Urban Renewal Authority and declare position vacant. Do I hear a motion?
Make a motion that we approve the resignation of Francisco Arredondo from the Dale City Urban Renewal Authority and declare the position vacant.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Thank Francisco for us for serving on this, if you will. Let's take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Abstain.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Item number 10 is resignation and appointment, Dale City Housing Authority. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve or deny the resignation of Kelly Wilbanks from the Dale City Housing Authority and appointing J.D. Hawk to fill the vacant position. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the resignation of Kelly Wilbanks from the Dale City Housing Authority and appointing J.D. Hawk to fill the vacant position.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
I just want to personally thank you, Assistant City Manager, for holding this position for the past 2 years. I greatly appreciate it.
Okay, let's take the vote. Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye, the motion carries. Item number 11 is approval of property room bank account authorized signatures. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve or deny resolution number 11032025B, revoking and designating signers on FNB Community Bank. Authorize mayor to endorse resolution and documents required by financial institution. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 11-03-2025B, revoking and designating signers on FNB Community Bank, and authorize mayor to endorse resolution and documents required by financial institution.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Move on to item number 12, abatements. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve and ratify or deny and remove the assessment cost in the total amount of $11,878.56 to property owners for cleanup of previously abated properties in accordance with Dale City Code Sections 13-106 through 13-114. I would entertain a motion to approve as written.
I'll make a motion to approve as written.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. The motion carries. Move on to item number 13. Ordinance adding, amending, repealing, and replacing ordinance relating to hunting within the city limits of Dale City. Discussion, consideration, possible action to approve with modifications, or deny, or require additional information, adopting ordinance number 1451, amending Chapter 4, Article 8, Section 482, to prohibit the hunting of all birds within the city limits, and amending Chapter 22, Article 9, by repealing and replacing Section 22-104 to prohibit all hunting and trapping at Eagle Lake, providing for a penalty, providing for severability, declaring an emergency, authorize mayor to endorse same.
I make a motion that we approve as written and authorize mayor to endorse same.
Second.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I believe Councilman Dean has a modification he wants to make.
It's on there.
It's on, so just for everybody's knowledge, does everybody have the D exception? So it's going to be on,
The exception's already included.
so on the first page, if you have it. So the difference between that and what we read in the backup is the exception is the provisions of this section shall not apply to city employees, agents, contractors, or authorized military personnel acting within the scope of their official duties or under the direction of the city manager for the purpose of wildlife management, public safety, or property maintenance. Such persons may take reasonable actions, including chasing, harassing, or dispersing birds and animals when necessary to protect public health, safety, or city property.
So the motion was for the one that's in the packet, so if who had made the motion and the second would amend that to
Oh, what?
with modifications. So the one that's in the packet does not have the exceptions.
I thought we were making a motion for the one that was amended.
Well, we are, but we need to amend the one that's in the packet. So we need to approve it with modifications that Councilman Dean just,
With the modifications that we just read?
yes.
Okay. All right.
I approve with the modifications that were stated by Councilman Dean and authorize mayor to endorse same.
Is that acceptable to the second?
I'll amend my second.
Good. All right. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Yes, so we approved, but when will that happen, Dean? Is that happen on a regular basis? Will it happen all the time? Is it when, and how would he know if that were to happen?
So Dale City has a responsibility to help with bird strikes for Tinker Air Force Base. So at different times, we do need to, help move birds on if that's a possibility. So anyway, basically somehow, whether the Air Force lets us know, or if the wildlife becomes too obnoxious that's out there, then of course the city manager would know and be able to try to start to do that.
In the past, they've contacted us when they start having bird strikes, and then we take action to correct it.
Yes, and I know that now there's been a lot more traffic around Eagle Lake, so just wanted to make sure that we would for
Right,
sure be
and
knowing and
lake-
giving a lot of
This
notice.
isn't, so what this is prohibiting is it's just actual hunting, just hunting by anybody, taking guns out there to go shoot, go duck hunting. So that stops that, but it still allows, for the city to be able to control the wildlife if necessary.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Didn't we in the past have a policy where they allowed goose hunting?
They allowed what?
Goose hunting?
Goose hunting, that's what we're talking about.
Right, so that's not going to be anymore.
Not anymore.
Gotcha.
Okay, any more discussion? Let's take the vote. Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye, the motion carries. Move on to item number 14, discussion only, communications and social media. Discussion only regarding communications and social media presence for the city of Dale City. This is a discussion only. Do we need to vote on this? No. So we can just open the discussion. At the onset of about 2 months ago or so, there were facts brought out, or there was information published, and there was a lot of speculation. And in the absence of published facts, the speculation ran wild. I had been of the opinion, and I'm still of the opinion, that we should publish the facts. When a situation arises and there's misinformation being published, we should confront that. We should. I'm not trying to get out there and do character assassinations or blame anybody or anything else. I'm saying we need to publish facts. I feel like there's a disparity between this council and this city hall and the public at large. And I think that we need to publish facts to get people in the know so they understand what's going on. I think we're remiss in not communicating with the citizens what's going on and what brought it about, just the facts. And that's what I am proposing.
I think it would be nice for today's discussions about the water bills would be, for the next 3-4 months, this is the catch up, but this is not, just to go and make sure that everybody actually knew or knows that this is not your new rate. The increases this is not the increases. This is the catch up part. And so if they knew that, and then they also know that, no, not on top of this increase is now going to be the next rate increase. No, it should be, that we could go and possibly let them know that if it was this kind of bill that you would be expecting, it might be the same or less whenever we go to the increases.
I think a detailed explanation how we got to this point would be fitting.
Right, to explain whether or not it's a 4-week thing that, everybody took it on the 3rd, the 10th, this part, and then left, those kind of things. That would be great. And again, just to have the facts out there.
Just publish facts, not opinions, facts.
I think it's absolutely crucial that we get the proper facts out to the public. Are you recommending perhaps a communications director or a public information officer, not to be hired, but someone in the city already to take on the additional duties to be that person, that point of contact?
Before the council meeting this evening, the city attorney and I met with Claudia Brown, Councilman Brown, and asked if she would be interested in helping get facts out. No name calling, just the facts. And she said she would be willing to do that. Another thing she's going to look into is how do other cities handle this? How do they get the facts out to their population? That's something that we need to look at. How do the communities around us, how do they get the information out to their people? That's something we need to solve. Perhaps that's a PR thing. Perhaps that's what our PR company should be doing. Of course, we have to pay them, and the budget being what it is, that might be a handicap. So it would not be an official position. The city attorney pointed out that she can't legally speak for the whole council. She can only speak for her ward. But if all we're doing is publishing facts, numbers, for example, if she published the fact that 5 years ago, if we had a main water line break and it cost us $22,000 to repair it, now in this economy, to repair that same water line break, it would cost us $55,000 to $60,000. Inflation hits the city just like it does everybody else. So what we're saying is keep it simple, just use the facts, and perhaps demonstrate an application where if you use 2,000 gallons of water, then your water bill is going to be this much money. Very simple. When you start clouding the picture with too many facts, when you make it too complicated, when you have to compute water rates, sewer rates, garbage rates, street surcharges, when you start adding all that stuff in, it gets really confusing. So I think the best way to put that out there is through example. Here's an example. If you use this much water, this is what your bill's going to be. And get that out there so that people understand it's not the end of the world. Yes, it's an increase because inflation hits the city just like it does everybody else. Insurance costs go up, electricity goes up, disposal rates for landfills go up. All that stuff's going up for us too. We're not isolated. We're not immune from inflation. In order to continue providing service at the levels that we provide it, we have to have a rate increase or we're going to be going in the hole. It's just basic economics.
So one of the thoughts would be is that if you're putting this out on social media, I think it would be nice to have on our webpage either a frequently asked question or the questions of the day. And then that way you can go and leave those things there for those who either one can't find where this information has gone on Facebook, because I know sometimes it gets hidden and lost. But that way, whatever you do post, that you could have those facts on the website that people could go and look at different times, or for me who doesn't have Facebook, could go and find it as well.
And perhaps we could get enough information published on the city website that whoever is responding with the facts can just reference the website.
Yes.
Cut and paste. Take a screenshot of whatever is applicable. Guys, I went to the dentist today and my mouth is finally returning. Sorry. Shots that are germane to what is being discussed. But there's one fact that I would like to get out there. I saw a post that said that the city council was lining their pockets with money. The city council, everyone sitting up here, makes $100 a month before taxes. That comes out to about $82 a month after taxes. That's what everybody sitting up here. Figure that by the daily rate, it's about $2.73 a day. That's real close to volunteering. We're lining our pockets with $2.73 a day. We have no access to city funds. We don't sign any checks. We're not involved in any of the banking. We take in zero funds. We personally do not touch any of the funds, and we have no access to it. So if you think we're lining our pockets at $2.73, that's pretty thin lining. And I work on the average of 20 to 30 hours a week. You can break that out to an hourly rate if you want, but I don't even care to know. Facts like that need to be out there. We're not trying to impress anyone. We're not trying to dissuade anyone from serving. But the fact is, we do this. Everybody up here on this horseshoe does this because it's our goal to help make the city better. Every decision we make is weighed against what is best for the citizens of Del City. And that's in the heart of everybody up here. And when you see accusations made on social media that are baseless, that are not founded in fact, I want someone to answer it with the facts. That's what we're talking about. Kyle, are you going to talk, or are you just coming up to the microphone?
No, I'm going to talk, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
So I'd like to direct everyone to the cityofdelcity.gov/departments. We can actually get there just quite easily. So cityofdelcity.org. Sorry, .gov. Either way, it goes to the same place. Click on the, I guess we'll call it the hamburger. Click on departments. Click on utility billing, and then scroll to the bottom of that page. So when you do that, you'll find the facts, the frequently asked questions that Michael Dean is referencing. You'll find many of the details that we're talking about here. So the problem that we're trying to address is, we are addressing it. We do make posts. Brittany and Kelly have made Facebook Lives where they've tried to address things. So it's not that there's a lack of communication. It's the same problem that I know Ron can speak to when he's talking about communicating with like his neighborhood watches. It's an incredibly difficult job to do that. We, the city, have gone so far as to hand deliver to the doorsteps of every single household in this city about bulk trash. And we all know what that turned into. So we can hand deliver, we can email, we can social media, we can post the details on the website. And I'm speaking as a resident of the city, but also someone that is responsible for this communication. We have a 64-page manual that was given to us by CookCom as part of our PR firm that addresses a lot of what we already do, but also what we're trying to improve at. So it lays out almost, you guys haven't actually seen this document that I'm aware of, unless JD has shared it, which I don't think that he has. You're laying out very close to what the plan is in here. So that's promising that we're all on the same page, that the experts have laid out a plan that is very similar to what you guys are laying out here. So I think that means that it's logical. There just needs to be an expectation set, and in my opinion, that when you're dealing with something as trivial or as, not trivial, as inflammatory as what it is to raise rates like we've done, you're going to get it. It's just going to happen, and there's no amount of positive communication or fact-giving that's going to fix that. So I guess probably the reason I got up here was more in defense of the city proper in the communication that we've done. There have been incidences where there's been those attacks that probably, if we had presented facts, that would have fixed that moment. But I don't know if it fixes it's not treating the symptom of the problem. Part of the rebrand that we've done of this city speaks to community building. It speaks to the 4 pillars here. It speaks to what it means to be a member of this community. And we've got a long ways to go. We've come a long ways, but part of the fix is not something that we can fix. It's something that we, as all residents of this city, have to fix. The negative conversations that are just perpetual on Facebook, the lack of helping your neighbor, the Christian value of going out and actually mowing your neighbor's yard. We talk about code nonstop up here. So we're talking about issues that are much, much bigger than what we can solve with the 5 of you, plus JD, plus all of us doing this 40 hours plus a week at a minimum. All of these questions that were asked tonight have been asked of Brittany countless times, and I understand that they haven't been asked by the individuals that are here, but we spend 40 hours plus a week addressing these issues. We're open from 7:30 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. So the city proper is doing as much as the city proper can do at this time. We can always improve. We have improved. But the improvement has to come from the community as much as it has to come from the city. I'm saying that as a member of this community with 23 family members that live in this community. So it's not a matter of a lack of communication necessarily. It's difficult. Ask Ron, ask all of the neighborhood watches that have those conversations.
So Kyle, I've been looking on on our website. So I've typed in frequently asked questions, and sure enough, we have a frequently asked questions of all these different parts.
In several places.
But I don't think that those are the questions that's been asked about. I didn't find the water bill that's the current. Let's just say that why are we catching up on the water bill? Is that on there?
So,
and again, I had to go and just come up with, I don't know how to type in water bill to get to the right spot. What I think would be nice is to try to, like I said, is something of, I don't know, importance of the day, today's big topic, today's gripe. Type here to get your answer. But right now it's hard because I didn't catch up to you. I couldn't find, didn't get on the site quick enough to find the links to get down to that.
Were you able to find it now?
No.
Okay.
And so, I think we need to take another look at how can we get to, these social, maybe have social media questions. A link there that says go to there, and then that would go to those frequently asked questions from social
Question of the day, maybe the question of the day. And I look at some of this social media stuff, and I understand what you're saying. Some people aren't happy unless they're mad. Yes. We have those people in Del City. We all know who they are, but that's fine. But some of this stuff spreads like wildfire. You get a little fire in a corner of your lot. If you don't put it out, it's going to spread through the whole property. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes things come up that a short, simple, correct answer will put an end to. And if not completely put it out, at least subdue it some. That's what I'm talking about. We're not responding to the questions on social media that are being posed by some of the people. Some of the questions are very good, yet nobody responds. There's just silence. My whole point is I want to communicate better to the citizens of our city exactly why we have to raise the rates. Yeah, it could be buried in a page on a site. Most people aren't going to take the time to look for that. So if you want to put that fire out, you need to be posting it every day. Get it out there. Or whatever the question of the day is. Maybe it's Pam's hair color. Sorry, Pam, couldn't think of another example. Maybe they're wanting to know, does she dye her hair? Maybe that's the raging question of the day. Whatever that is, publish the fact. Here's the fact.
Right.
But here is something I'd also like to bring up when it comes to communicating, because the communicating does go onto both sides, and understand that social media is not the way to communicate with your government. Plain and simple. You're talking to a man that's been in government since he was 22 years old. Social media is not the way you communicate with the governor's office, with Andy Fugate's office, with my office, with any other office. We do highly recommend the phone calls, the emails, those types of things, the in-persons. We do have people that have come up here. Brittany can attest many a time that people come up here with questions of their water bill, and we have staff available to you Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 5:30, and then Fridays from 7:30 to 11:30, that we can answer those questions. I understand that it is during work hours. You have questions that for us, those are the times to pose them. If you have questions, the general question and answer section for our email is info@cityofdelcity.org. You can send that anytime. It goes to multiple people. They get it to the right person, and a response comes back. We check that how many times a day at least? Yeah, 20 if not more. So as a reminder, I do understand the need for social media. You're talking to a millennial who plays on social media all the time also. I do see the side of that, but I'm going to remind everyone, social media is not the way to get the problem solved. Just as people have said, coming to the council meeting, communicating with us, coming and visiting with us if you have questions. We've had not only my door being open, the assistant city manager's door is open, the department head's doors are open. If anyone has questions, they need something resolved, that is also the way to communicate with us. Come in, be a part of your government. City Hall, this building is yours. This is where you can come in and have your conversations, come and ask us questions. So that is the reminder I want to give to everybody. If you do have questions specific to your needs, please communicate them to us. If we do not get back to you within a time, then send it up the chain. Find out what you need to do. But as far as I've seen and everything I've looked into, we get back to you within a very quick amount of time on very quick items. So please do not hesitate to communicate with us directly.
The key word there is as far as you've seen. I've called City Hall many times before I got involved in the politics, and nobody answered the phone. You leave a message, you don't get a call back. That's historical. Now, maybe that's not the case now. Maybe everybody answers the phone and you get immediate callbacks. Is that what, does anybody want to commit to that? That's not working. Call this number for questions isn't working. We need to get where the people are. We need to be putting the facts out there where they're readily accessible, where people can get them at their fingertips.
If there's, you guys are going to know whenever something new comes up. You get the call, you get the info at Del City. Instead of just answering to one person, and then the next person, and the next person, and the next person, and it's all it's going to be a 5-minute or 10-minute call, phone call, is after the second one you realize that this is going on more, then, go and say, hey, we've taken care of this, please, here's a link to the answer of what you're asking. To where again, that you can get that facts out without having to go one by one for 20,000 people. And
we had an incident happen here a while back, and it's been 2 or 3 months ago, and it involved the cats that were being killed. The dogs evidently were apprehended. I didn't find that out until I really started pushing in to find out about it. Nobody posted it. Nobody said we took care of it. It was taken care of, but it wasn't published. It wasn't put out there for public information. Things like that seem trivial, and I'm not trying to trivialize wild dogs running around. That's not what I'm saying at all. But what I'm saying is there are too many facts that we miss the opportunity to inform our citizens about what's going on. And I'm not saying gossip, and I'm not saying blame, and I'm not saying picking on anybody. I'm saying just the facts. Put the facts out there. That's what I'm looking for. You say go to the city website. That's not where all the people are. The people are out in the mainstream media. Put the facts out there where the people can get to them. Brittany, when you were hired on in the midst of a water billing problem. You remember that?
Yes.
Do you remember how much time you spent on social media? You put all the fires out. That went away fairly quickly because you answered respectfully, factually, and you put the information out there.
I did. But with all due respect, now looking back, I did that at the expense of my children, my mental health. It doesn't stop. And that's my concern. I know that there are a lot of people who I get tagged in Facebook posts 100 times a day, right? No matter what it is, ask Brittany, ask Brittany, ask Brittany. And I've come off of Facebook. And I think it's very important for anyone that's listening to know, I see it, but where does it stop? There's not a one-size-fits-all answer for water bills, especially when there's things like sewer rates, or did you have a toilet sticking, or did you have family that came into town last year for Christmas that might have raised your consumption that 1 month that affected your sewer rate? And what I've learned is that when I try and be friendly and say, hey, I'm here to help you, Mayor, I get people messaging my private Facebook page at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, obsessively over and over, because I'm so helpful that when they think of a question, they want an answer, and if I don't respond immediately, then, oh, the
trash.
city doesn't care, the city's ignoring me. That's not at all. I printed Ms. Wilbank's emails today. 13 people have sent an email asking us to look at their bill out of all of this. But if you go to every Facebook comment, there's
Everybody.
169 comments on one, 140 on the other.
Mhm.
And I'm sitting in my office going, hey, call, call, call. I am very leery about getting back on Facebook because it doesn't end.
And I think that this is the problem, is you're trying to solve a personal problem on Facebook.
We're
We're talking, just throw out the one thing, which is the water rates were approved to be increased in January 1st. It's going to hit on your, we're going to be trying for it to hit on your, by March or by February. That's when the increase is going to happen. Now, all of a sudden, people realize the increase has nothing to do with these months right now. That is, we're trying to catch up and put down the catch up is here. And I wouldn't answer a single other person and just say, if you have any further questions, personal questions, you need to call like an adult to a customer service representative at the city to actually ask that question.
Right.
That's why I don't have Facebook.
And I completely understand what you're saying. All I'm asking for is, I will defend my ladies in utility billing. There's 3 of them. There's 25,000 people in Dell City, approximately. They will always be outnumbered, always. So especially in a time like this. And Kelly and I came up and on a Friday night, and we did a Facebook Live.
Saw that.
We tried to answer every question that was asked respectfully. We tried to give an in-depth explanation, and there's still 169 comments on one Facebook post, 140 comments on another Facebook post. So again, to Kyle's point, I do understand what you're saying, but I would just ask that people understand that sometimes there's not a one-size-fits-all answer, and it's not that we don't want to respond. It's that sometimes the juice is not worth the squeeze to put an answer out there because it's just going to be gas on a fire.
I understand what you're saying, and I'm
Thank
not
you.
saying we respond to every comment out there. I'm saying we're going through a cycle right now. We're going through a time when people don't understand. They think we're just trying to gouge everybody.
Right.
The simple bottom line truth is inflation happens to cities too.
Right.
And we can't keep operating at a loss. That has no future. Just basic facts can be published. And what I'm asking to publish is, what's the city's rate on the electric bill? I don't know. What was it a year ago? What is it now? What's our insurance cost now? I know they've gone up. I don't know how much, but they have gone up.
Right.
I'm talking about basic, generic facts. Don't get specific. Don't talk to each individual person. That's not what we're shooting for.
Okay.
We just want the public information out there. We had to do an increase because everything is going up. That's the bottom line.
Right.
We're not want to cover every question, or that's not the point
Okay.
at all.
I was just looking for clarification
Very
on
general,
that. Thank you.
very general facts.
Director Parrott, today, this evening, you had possibly, was it 4 individuals that you spoke with privately about questions?
I had 2 people come over.
Only 2 people. And were you able to solve, or did they leave with an understanding, or did they leave with the same thought?
I had one walking out, winking and smiling at me. I'm going to call him at 7:35 tomorrow morning, and the other one fully understood what was happening, and she was fine.
I'm part of the boomer generation. I know I look a lot younger than that, but I am.
No, you don't.
I really despise social media, but some people, I realize they live on social media. That's how they get their answers to things, and that's how they expect it to be delivered to them. They're wrong about that, but I can't change that. I think it's paramount, though, that we as a city speak with one single cohesive voice about all these things, whether it's the dog situation we had, or whether it's this water situation we're having now. So, and whether that point person will be Councilwoman Brown or someone else in the city, it doesn't matter, but that person needs to speak after consulting everybody and getting a final answer and posting that final answer and then letting it be that answer. So I don't know how that will work specifically, whether it would be posted on the website, on our Facebook page, or a small video just posted on the website saying, this is what's happening, this is the situation, this is how it's going to be solved, this is the resolution. I don't know. We can work the single things out. But my point is, we just have to speak as one single voice for the city. Okay?
We just need to get the basic information out there. Just
Right.
get the facts. Don't try to solve everybody's singular problem. That's not what we're aiming for. Just the facts.
You know,
Joe Friday.
The strange thing, just to bring this out, is I still don't know which way, after I brought up the different ways that the bill got behind, I don't know which way it was. And we should know. But somebody just needs to go and publish this so everybody knows, so that that the 6 people who happen to go and call in and get that it's not the 6, that we all know that part.
Is that on the city's website?
So
how we got behind?
I will check. I will get some information to us.
It's not? How did we?
So,
I don't
but I
wanna
mean,
put you on the spot. I don't
that's
mean to do
but
that.
that's what I'm just saying is something just the facts, basic things because you know what the questions are that they just asked you. It's like going, hey, it says from July to July, but now this one says this date. So if we could just go and explain, this is how we're catching up, this is how this is, and then I said before to call you, I wouldn't even say that. If they really want, if they don't encourage them to call. If they really want to call, they will call.
Jim, did you want something? Can you what? Come, walk up to the podium. Walk up to the podium. Give your name and address. Walk.
Lonnie Austin, 923 Hassel Road. I like what JD said a while ago about how to get a hold of you guys through one central point, your webpage, okay? The problem is, folks, we've tried through Neighborhood Watches everywhere in the world, hand delivers, emails, web pages, whatever, trying to get people to understand what's going on. The biggest problem we have is educating our people on how to go about finding out information about the city. Mm-hmm. We don't have a message out there. We don't have a way to tell people, go to our webpage at cityofdelcity.org, and we've got the answers out there. We've got questions out there. We've got answers for you. We don't publish that. Until we publish that and people become accustomed to that, the message you spoke this evening may have got to 2% of the city. Mm-hmm. You understand? The few people that are watching this on TV might have heard something tonight. And a few sitting in this room, okay? That's 2% of the city, maybe. Nobody else heard you. Nobody else knows what you just said, and it's very important. We get the message out, but you got to get the message out, folks.
You got to go where the people are to get the message out.
Yeah, put it everywhere. Put it everywhere first.
Yeah.
But tell them this is where you go get the answer.
Mr. Hightower.
Jim Hightower, 3221 Epperly. It's got to be timely too. That's the other thing. I mean, you guys.
After the event, it's too late.
Brittany, I love you to death. I mean, she's a mover, shaker. She gets things done, and we know that. But there was no information out prior to the bills hitting, and to me, that would have helped. I think a little bit. The people are still going to complain, though. I mean, this was kind of done like an administrator in a school. They always give you the bad news on a Friday afternoon. So you can't say, that's true. That's the way it always seemed. It's like we're getting bad news on a Friday afternoon. We have to go home and think about it all weekend now, But we need that information up front early and
In a
there's-
timely manner.
And timely, yeah. I mean, everything needs to be timely. You guys got to time it. That bond coming up, that's got to be timely. You know, you got to get it out there. How many council people go to the neighborhood watch meeting every month, regularly?
Not regular, no.
Okay. That's good. Which one do you go to?
I go to Hartstone. Not yours.
Oh, okay. Be a great deal to see you guys show up and be able to, I mean, I'm not saying we're going to pick on you or anything. I know there might be a few people there that might pick on you though, but still yet, I mean, it's a good thing to have you guys there. And I know it doesn't match everybody's schedule and everybody's got kids. I know that and stuff. So, but still yet, like I said before, it's got to be a timely type deal, you know, and not everybody has Facebook. Not everybody has the internet. A hard copy is always good too. And I know that costs money. I don't, is there a way you could send out some kind of hard message on people's phones or something? You know, I mean, you know, like, what do they call that?
Yeah.
Well, text messages, but
Push
like
notification, whatever the
some
terminology
kind
would
of
be called.
yeah, something like that. You know, I mean, I'm not saying it has to be an urgent type thing, but you could at least say, well, guess what? Water bill's going to go up next month because of this. You know, and it goes out to everybody's phone. I mean, that might be a way, and that's something that was brought up to me about that type of a deal.
I think what happens is, in the absence of facts, people's imagination and speculation takes over. And we have a tendency as human beings, we're human beings up here too.
Sure.
We always imagine the worst case.
Right.
That's what we worry about is worst case. And most of the time it's not worst case.
Right.
Most of the time it's working out. It's not that big a deal. But you have to have the facts to fight that.
And a lot of the people.
We can't hang a notice on a bulletin board in the hallway and expect the city to say, well, there it is. We
There it is.
posted it. We posted it.
Yeah.
We have to go where the people are. And that's what's happening.
Right.
The neighborhood watches are great. I used to attend every neighborhood watch. That wears you down fast.
It does. It does. I'm sure it does. Yeah.
It does.
It wears me
does.
down.
And then Ron would always pick on me when I went to his neighborhood watch. So,
Yeah. But also on Facebook, you know, look at the people that's making these statements too, because a lot of them don't even
Unanswered.
live here.
unanswered.
They live in
Yeah.
Midwest City. They live in Choctaw. They live other places, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, why are you even chiming in? You know, and they do that. So anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
So I think it's important to, you know, just for the city to know, we're not trying to pick on and say that, you know, you haven't ever let information out, because we know that you go to all these things. We know that you actually put in, as he said, for a hard copy. We've mailed it out with every single water bill. But unfortunately, most people don't even open up the water bill. You know, that might just, you know, it might be automatically paid, so there's no reason to even read that. So you guys do so much there. What we're just coming up with is some easy things to say. Whenever somebody starts the conversation off, is I'm going to say, look, I don't have time, you know, personally, you know, as this has been like the 10th one. Could you please go and look on the website, click that link, read that first, and then hopefully he answers you and it's over and you don't need to call me back. Yeah, that's the hope, is to go and make your lives easier instead of harder with having everybody trying to ask you these same questions.
Couple of items. One,
We-
Charlie Barton,
Thank you.
1212 Heisel Road. Two items. One, Del City is reasonably an older community, and I wonder what percentage of the people in the city actually are computer literate, and check and have any idea that they could look at the Del City website. So there's two problems there. First of all, they don't do computers. And secondly, They don't know that there's a Del City website. They just don't think about it, where we can get these answers. And secondly, maybe more important, I haven't heard this addressed, but everybody is concerned about the national crisis of the government shutdown, the end of SNAP, and a lot of the things that help them financially. And so that's what's, I believe, there is on their mind, and I don't know how we could address it, because I'm sure that this was all discussed and planned before this shutdown happened and the end of so many of the benefits that they depend on.
Jackie, are you patient?
I was just going to make a comment. Josh Schultz, 4321 Spiva Drive, Del City, Oklahoma. Mr. Barton, you brought up about the SNAP benefits. Here at City Hall and also at the Chamber, we've been collecting donations, and I'm sure, as you saw on Facebook, we put out that in the beginning, we announced that Tinker Air Force Base was...
Excuse me just a second. You made an announcement where?
On Facebook.
No, thank you.
But I bring that point up to make the point that when we did do that, we got attacked on Facebook because we don't care about our community. And even though if they would have waited about 30 minutes for messaging me, they would have saw that we were putting out all the information about all the food pantries. And we still got messages that at the chamber, at the city, we could care less about everybody in the community, and we don't care that they're not eating, even though we were collecting food, delivering it to our food pantries to make sure that we're providing for those members of our community. And on top of that, when we did the Fill the Bus campaign, I mean, I got attacked. I think I texted to the JD and Kelly because I'm an idiot, and why in the world would I ask for donations for school supplies when the schools are hurting and the people can't buy school supplies? And I was like, at first I made a first comment back saying that, yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. Why are you asking us to do it? Well, if you're someone suffering, obviously I'm not asking you to do it. The whole point is that I'm collecting this for you and your kids. I mean, some of the people I will say on Facebook, and I monitored some of the posts they were talking about, were calling JD, Kelly, Brittany, others, some pretty grotesque things.
Yes.
And I think part of the problem, personally, and as someone from the Gen Z social media group, is that these private Facebook groups are a problem. They are genuinely the problem, because you have, I think, Lonnie, you may have been the one that brought it up, or Mr. Hightower, half these people don't even live here. They lived here 20 years ago, and they joined this group, and all they do is talk trash about the city of Del City, because 20 years ago, somebody who worked in public works made them mad. Or the city manager that was here in 1945, I know we weren't around in 1940, but I did that on purpose so I wasn't calling anybody out, said something that they didn't like. And when I joined the chamber and I got hired, that was the whole thing. I had the board member that was here when, back in 1972 said something to me, and that's why I don't like this person. And they have nothing to do with us. I think that's part of our problem, is we have this cesspool of a couple and some are citizens that all they want to do is complain.
Stir things up.
But then you have some of these people that have a grievance with the city that for some reason at some point in the past that just make it 10 times worse. Mm-hmm. And I think part of our problem is, and I'm not saying we can't monitor that and everybody has the freedom of speech, but I think it is upon our citizens as well to realize that most of us all live here. I mean, obviously all the council has to live here. They don't even realize that. They don't even realize that you have to live here to run for city council.
Right.
You have to live in your ward or live in the city to be mayor. Like, to me, it's like, it's almost just, they don't want to know. But even when I've seen them explain it, when I've seen Brittany explain it, they don't care. Because then it's just, well, what about this specific tiny little thing that you missed? You didn't answer this part of my question. Well, I answered the other 10 questions you asked, but I'm so sorry I missed this one. And then when you answer that, they go on and go on and go on. I think a lot of the people that genuinely want to know are calling. The ones on Facebook are just people that want to
stir things
up. I mean, it's a problem.
There's always going to be the armchair quarterbacks and the people that are just trying to stir things up. We're always going to have those. As long as we have freedom of speech, we're going to have dissension. That's not who we're trying to convince. What we're trying to do is get the facts out there to the people that genuinely know. A lot of people don't know where to go look for them, but they know if something is posted in their stream. It's a very effective way to communicate to a lot of different people. Yes, there's going to be haters. Yes, there's going to be people calling you out on stuff that's nonsensical and probably not even true.
Yeah.
That's part of the animal. But as long as you're just posting facts, no opinions, nothing personal, just the facts will help. The facts will let people form an informed opinion rather than guessing or speculating or imagining what the answer is based on some weirdo that's got an axe to grind against the city. Because if they go unanswered, if they're out there spewing all this poison and nobody is counteracting it, nobody is showing facts about it, then it'll just keep spreading. It will never get better.
I think even with facts, though, you're still going to get attacked. For example,
Absolutely.
Josh pours his heart and soul into projects like Trunk or Treat. He had to cancel Trunk or Treat because of severe weather. I looked at the Facebook posts. You were attacked left and right, front to back, beyond belief because you canceled it. You did the right thing. You posted it, that it was being canceled. You were still attacked needlessly. So that's going to happen. But these people, I think no matter what you do and what you say, you're going to be attacked. That's why I avoid Facebook at all costs. I mean, but sometimes in your case, you had to post it on Facebook because that's a popular social media to get out the Trunk or Treat was canceled.
You posted it on Facebook because that's how you get in touch with people and get the message to the people. As bad as the media is, as distorted as it becomes with the people out there, some people aren't happy unless they're mad.
Yeah.
And you just have to accept there's always going to be those people out there. But you don't know who you're reaching by posting the closing. You might be saving somebody a drive into town, somebody fixing their hair up for no reason, or, taking their big dog to the dog groomer.
Well, someone did text me during all that and made the joke that they're convinced people are paid to be mad, and I said that I need that job, so.
Yeah. So that's just, as long as we have freedom of speech, we're always going to have the people out there criticizing. We're always going to have the armchair quarterbacks until they get in and find the facts out themselves. But it's our job to put as much factual information out there as possible so it gives everybody else a chance to form an opinion based on facts, not on speculation.
So one of the interesting that Ms. Brown brought up was this, one of the more obnoxious text, Facebookers. He, came up, he had a legitimate question. And if we could have, we don't necessarily need to engage with that. It's just, but he did have a question, he did have a legitimate question that, anybody who was reading that part could go, yeah, I could see how that could be, conflicted or, have a problem with understanding that. So again, we're not saying to engage with any of these people. No. Just throw out
throw the facts out.
The answer to it of just of this, and not everything. Not everything deserves, I go and I sort through things quickly whenever people call me. It's like, is this a real question or is this, or is this nonsense? Is this something you should take care of or do you need my help? But that's where I think that, is the social media could just go and put the facts out and hopefully.
And then turn it off. Walk away.
And then whenever anybody actually hears about it, it's already on there. And don't tell them another word.
Yeah.
Well,
you got to get the facts out.
I have a question real quick. JD, could we do something like a campaign on Facebook, like Did You Know? And put something out there like, the city has a website. You can get
So, ma'am, we have that campaign. The Did You Know campaign has been going on for a rather long time with our marketing department. Like the Did You Know specifically with code enforcement. We put out something for code enforcement in the past throughout the code season, at least weekly, Kyle, is usually what I'm seeing. Is if not more than once a week. And it says, Did You Know on our social media pages that goes out there, because our social media page, Facebook is the majority of what that is, but it also connects to our Instagram, and we have I forget what Twitter's called now, X or something of that nature, that kind of thing. So we have other areas of that too, but we have a Did You Know campaign, and that is something that we've had, like, did you know, whenever you have to cut your grass and
But could
do
we
those
lead
types of
them
things.
to our website? Or like, because I teach the ladies at our Neighborhood Watch how to go onto Facebook and how to go to our city website to put a report in. I was like, you don't have to go down there and put a report in. You could do it right from your computer at home. And I showed them how to do it. And I mean, the ladies picked it up just like that. And now they turn in their code complaints, or if the cat got stuck in the tree, they'll call. But it's easy to learn. It's easy to do. It's just you've got to know where to go on our website. I mean, we should take advantage of our website.
Jackie, I'm going to get to you in just a second.
Okay. Sure.
Easy now. Brittany, I'm not picking on you. I'm really not. I'm trying to support what you're saying here. And I'm going to use an example that was on the agenda tonight. This Venturi that we're buying for the wastewater plant. It's for Flushing. Oh, it's the water plant. My bad. You could just publish a blurb. We are buying a Venturi, blah, 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 and this is what it does, and we're voting on that tonight. You'll get people posting saying, well, that's stupid, rebuild the old one. Ignore all that. Don't answer all that. All you're doing is saying, this Venturi does this, it helps with the washdown process, blah, 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 period. Done. That's it. Put the facts.
If we don't have this pipe, you will not have water tomorrow. We have to have it. I mean, just the basics.
Just a fact.
You have to have that kind of stuff.
And then
we
turn
have
it
to have
off.
working materials.
Jackie,
Yes,
I'm sorry, it's too late. We ran out of time.
I forgot anyway.
No, go ahead. What do you got?
Jackie Mooney, 4833 Delview Drive, Del City. Part of the issue, I think, was the fact that the whole big blurb got out about the budget shortfall, and then the next week they hear about the increase of the prices for the utilities, and they have linked those together, whether they have anything to do with anything or not. So I think I'm kind of in the middle, because I'm always trying to defend the city, because I love the city, but I don't know all the details that I feel like I should know. And I occasionally will pop in and they say, well, thank you for trying to figure it out. But we have been billing Del City residents for the water in arrears for years and years and years. I think I could go back to 17 and look at my bills, and I'm sure we were billing 2 or 3 months. I don't know how it got out of hand to begin with. I don't remember. It may be back as far as when we went from well water to Thunderbird. I don't know, but I don't know what caused it. But it looks kind of bad to the public that all of a sudden we're in arrears for 2 or 3 months.
And speculation sets in.
How can that happen? And yes, speculation sets in. I consider the source. There's a lot of names I recognize on Facebook that's whiny and gripey and really jumps on
Sleepy
everybody.
and dopey and grumpy and.
They have no clue what they're talking about. They just want to be on Facebook and say something ugly about it. I just kind of consider those sources. So the main thing is people want to know how it got in such a mess. I think that's probably mainly, I've forgotten half of what I was going to say anyway, but I think that's part of the problem is people don't understand how it got in a mess, and they think that we're playing catch up. My bill went from $80 or so to $240 this month. I mean, you know, I expect some increase. I expected some increase when my son and daughter-in-law moved in. You know, that's fine, but that seems a little outrageous.
He's been selling your water to the neighbors.
Maybe. But, you know, they just don't understand. And they've tied it together to all the other stuff that's going on in Del City, and they shouldn't be.
All right. Is there anybody else that'd like to weigh in on this? Can I summarize this with what we're looking for are just basic facts, not answer any comments, questions, anything else, just publish facts. Get the people give the people the opportunity to make a decision based on facts, not on speculation. I think that's the bottom line. Does anybody else have anything they'd like to add to that before we shut this down?
I just want to say I agree. We have to have our due diligence by posting only the facts. You're still going to have people in the community who disagree with that. Regardless, you're going to have them post things they don't understand. It's going to snowball from there, but as long as we do what we're supposed to do, post our facts in a public forum,
Get the
whether
facts
that's
out.
Facebook, the webpage, or here at City Hall, we've done our due diligence, and that's all we can do. Whether they make up stories about it or come to conclusions otherwise, well, that's their business, I'm sorry. But we're still going to be attacked. I don't mind being attacked, okay? We've done what we need to do, and that's all we can do.
Yeah, we're not going to try and answer all the detractors. We're not going to try and answer all the attackers. All we're going to do is publish facts and turn the machine off. All right. If there's nothing else, is there any further council input?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Take the vote. Councilman Dean.
Aye.
Councilman Tatum.
Aye.
Councilman Brown.
Aye.
Councilman Finch.
Aye.
Mayor votes aye. We are now adjourned.